or does man make style? What does it take to stare into nothingness and create designs, patterns, thoughts that are unique yet have a universal appeal? Welcome to Blender's Pride Fashion Tour, Taste Life in Style, where we take you into the minds and hearts of some of India's most stylish people. This is the place you want to be if you want to catch up with people who appreciate and celebrate style.
Every time I look forward to the year ending because I know it always ends with the Blender's Pride Fashion Tour.
There's lots of excitement and nerves because we're all nervous about the show.
This time the new thing is that they have collaborated fashion with music, which is definitely a great initiative and something new to look forward to.
We have the most amazing designers, a good set of models, the whole team that puts in so much effort. They all work really hard and the outcome is amazing.
The men and women we're going to meet today are bold, and what they create is bespoke, beautiful and stylish. Designer Namrata Joshipura challenges the conventional with every stitch and sketch. Her lines are chic, provocative and ever so stylish. We find out what gets musical duo Ashwin and Ash grooving, and about their journey to start their own label to encourage underground electronic artists. And then there's the man who heads a multi-crow business and calls himself an adrenaline junkie. We'll find out what makes Gutam Singhania a complete man. But first, let's meet our style blender for the evening. He's a storyteller who redefined the publishing landscape of this country. Let's meet the man who conquered millions of hearts with his simple words.
Our style blender for the evening has single-handedly changed the literary world and unleashed a new writing wave in India. Meet the ex-investment banker, novelist, column writer, screenplay writer, and a man who dons many hats. India's popular writer, Chetan Bhagat.
Nerd by definition means non-stylish. Nerd means somebody who doesn't know fashion, and fashion has always intimidated me. And but then my life took a turn towards something else. I became a writer, and there I developed a sense of style, which initially I was criticized for being very simple in my writing.
It's not that simple to be simple. To be simple requires a certain clarity of thought, a certain idea of what you're going to say and what exactly is your point. And then you may start with a very complex set of thoughts, but when you can simplify it, it will reach a lot more people. By definition, a nerd doesn't know fashion, doesn't know style. And that, I think, to a certain extent is true, because I didn't know all that. But here I am at the Blender's Pride Fashion Tour, so I'm definitely breaking some stereotype. And I think when we are there in that environment, you never realize that these things are important, or these things can make a difference to your quality of life, to your career. And that's something I've realized now, that I'm more in the public eye, more in the media entertainment industry.
I still remember a moment where we had to promote 2 states, and suddenly you have to be in the same frame as Bollywood stars. And 2 states is based on my life, so I didn't want to be that guy. Hey, there's that uncle whose life this book is based on, or this love story is based on. I didn't want people to look at me and say, really, he was desirable once?
Being down to earth, being grounded, and yet saying something, yet being original, I think that is something that will always be there. I mean, I can never go over the top. Even what I'm wearing now is something very simple, but that's my style. I think excellence is one of the most stylish things in the world. If you are excellent at something, you will come across as stylish. You don't even have to wear fashionable clothes. Hi, I am Chetan Bhagat and I'm at the Blender's Pride Fashion Tour. Taste life in style.
And that's the kind of style designer Namrata Joshipura is known for. Her clothes are for the independent woman who's smart, confident, and isn't afraid to bend the rules.
If you ask me about Namrata Joshipura, I can just go on and on about her. I love her.
Namrata Joshipura, I would say, is sexy with a little bit of edge.
Strong, it's sexy, it's fast, it's like today's girl.
I was reading her brief about the kind of women she designs for. And it was a huge compliment that she thought of having me as a showstopper for her because of the sheer definition of the kind of woman. What kind of woman do you design for?
It's global, strong, contemporary,
and committed. She has this amazing quality to take what is sheer and so feline and make it so gracefully sit on a woman, because it's all about structure at the end of the day. She gets that so perfectly. So even if you're feeling otherwise not all there, you get into her outfit and you feel like your shape has come right back. So that's a gift she has.
For her collection at the Blenders Pride Fashion Tour, Namrata has thrown together a variety of fabrics and materials such as neoprene, silk organza, leather and dories. Chic, street and sporty silhouettes are juxtaposed with softer, dressier pieces, while jewel-encrusted necklines and vibrant print add just the right amount of spunk to the collection. All your lines are very edgy, they're very different. How much do they reflect the person behind it?
It reflects a part of me. Not all of it is me, but the way they are styled is completely my sensibility. So slightly more sporty, slightly more, edgy.
Once you started out, there was a lot of success that came quite quickly. Was it difficult to handle? Did you take it in stride?
No. I'm not there yet. I'm still work in progress. So it is not correct to say that I'm successful. Most people who are in design or fashion, it's a it's a process, and you never reach there. You keep striving for better and better.
But you have been very successful in breaking the norm. Your clothes are different, they're out of the box. Is that something you are striving to do, or does it just happen that your designs are different?
My time in New York has influenced my work, the way I am, a lot, because just the art scene, the design, fashion, street fashion, it's quite, it's very inspirational. So it's a big part of my life.
And it does inspire your work. We see that global kind of touch to everything you do, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like to believe that.
You're one of those people that holds on to the Indian craftsmanship quite a bit.
Yeah, but in a little more like contemporary way.
Yes, very much.
The craft is there, but it's the motives and the aesthetic is slightly more contemporary.
Apart from your general journey, you've also designed a wonderful line for the Blenders Pride Fashion Tour. What's the style that you've gone with this time around?
It's very stylish. It's young but very glamorous fashion, and it's just not fashion. It's all about style, and it's about design.
So, where did you get your inspiration, so to speak, for this line?
The inspiration was, I started thinking about patterns and shapes, and a lot of geometric patterns popped up in my head, and so did flowers, and I'm obsessed with flowers. Every collection has to have some like a floral element. But then I wanted to not make it look just very pretty. I wanted it to be more stylish and more, like trendy may not be the right word, but stylish definitely. And I wanted to experiment with different kind of fabrics and different kind of silhouettes. So we have experimented a lot with fabrics, different very, very modern, cutting-edge fabrics to give it that whole edgy, stylish feel. So that's the whole collection.
Speaking about the Blenders Pride Fashion Tour, do you think it's a good platform for Indian designers as well?
Oh yes, definitely, because very often we would not consider going and doing shows in a lot of cities that we do shows in. So it's a great, exposure and experience for us and for the audience and the people of those cities.
That's wonderful. So it's basically reaching into every part of the country, isn't it?
Completely.
And bringing style alive. But talking about style, what does it mean to you? Is it just the clothes you create, or does it mean something more?
I don't think if you're not fashionable, you're not stylish. Everyone has a personal expression, how you express your personal vision of what fashion means to you.
If you want to be stylish, all you have to do is express yourself, right?
Totally. Blenders Pride Fashion Tour 2014.
Taste life in style.
On the screen you go in the morning and you are out of the character, but in life you are always playing parts. I want that experience to be part of me. I'm trying to find something, some experience for me when I'm doing a part, and maybe that's my style.
I've been in the fashion industry for about 27 years now, which is a very long time. To have sort of developed a style that has also developed over the years. Style is self-assured confidence.
Blenders Pride Fashion Tour, taste life in style.
ये अपनी lingerie दुनिया.
Style is attitude.
Style to me is honest expression.
Yeah, style to me is just being yourself.
Style is an extension of your inner self, and it is something what you make of it over the years, and about your likes and dislikes, and not being pretentious and being yourself.
Blenders Pride Fashion Tour, taste life in style.
Ashwin Mani Sharma and Ash Roy have made the world sway. Their popularity has spread far beyond our borders. They have truly and firmly put India on the world electronic music map.
After a year or two together, then people were like, oh, this is a live act. We were like a band.
We always stuck true to making dance music, and I think we still do that in whichever form. The ultimate aim is to make people dance. The more time you spend working on music and developing, following your heart and mind, then that evolves into a style. This tour was different in the sense that there was some amount of equal emphasis on the artists as well, which is why we did it in the first place. Both of us have a new project together. We wanted to test it out as well, and this seemed like a good place to debut it and see it for ourselves. And it was a good run for us to gauge audience reaction to the music that we're making now. And I think in that aspect it was pretty good. Plus we really enjoyed the show.
So we invited Anushka to be a part. Anushka also made it more special because she did a few impromptu stuff also.
Yeah, we did some rehearsals before to do some impromptu stuff, and so
but it all
went off pretty well. Yeah. Style is individual, unless you are like looking at a magazine and trying to copy the look or whatever. But I think everyone generally, that's what style is. It's your individual taste, your individual personality, which comes together to make you as a person. And everyone has their own style, and I think it's very important. Style is individuality.
I agree. Blenders Pride Fashion Tour,
taste life in style.
Style is just a form of personal expression. By definition, a nerd doesn't know fashion, doesn't know style, and that I think to a certain extent is true because I didn't know all that. But here I am at the Blenders Pride Fashion Show, so I'm definitely breaking some stereotypes.
Style is curiosity.
Style is personal and individual. You have your own style, and that's what makes you yourself.
Taste life in style.
Blenders Pride Fashion Tour.
Taste life in style.
Whether in the boardroom or outside of it, Gutam Singhania always takes the fast lane. He believes in keeping a razor-sharp focus, a culture he has built into his business. That focus is crucial while he engages passionately with his hobbies that involve fast cars, fast boats and fast planes. How has inheriting such a large legacy helped to, form your personal style?
Well, obviously being born in the family that controlled this company and seen it from birth, I think you really get influenced because I've worn Raymond since I was a child. And, you learn the product, and today also the challenge is how do you keep coming out with the best products in the world. So it's a journey, it's not a destination.
And how did you manage to leave your imprint on this brand while holding on to its core legacy?
Well, I travel a lot. I'm continuously looking at what's new. So we're always trying to bring the best products in the world in our brand. We're always striving to make the best. So we're continuously innovating ourselves with the made to measure. It's always looking to do newer things and better things. The only thing that's constant in life is change. So you've got to keep changing.
You once said that you're proud of the fact that a store in Gutam does the same amount of business as a store in Mumbai. Is that something that you hold dear to your heart?
Yes, I think we came out with a strategy where we went into class 5 towns and then we went to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Gutam is a class 9 or class 10 town. And we were very encouraged with the kind of sales that we're getting there. So it just shows that the brand is known across the country. Globally, it's benchmarked very high across all brands in the world.
I think we've all grown up knowing the term, the complete man. I think every little boy has heard it at some point in his life. But for you personally, what is the brand, that term, the complete man, what does it mean to you?
It's an aspirational position. I mean, when we came up with this line, the complete man, 24 years ago, it was a very aspirational position. Can you ever become the complete man? No, you cannot. I mean, can you be the complete father, complete son, brother, husband? It pushes you to do more. How can you become more complete? And dressing well is just one of them. So if you dress well, it makes you feel better. You sell confidence. When people go for their first job interview, they want to dress well, they want to make an impression. There's no second chance for a first impression.
You just mentioned that style goes beyond fashion. Is that the kind of lifestyle, does style come into every part of what you do?
Well, racing has been my passion. But yeah, you've got to be yourself. I think the complete man has got to be himself at some level. Racing is another aspect to becoming complete.
Would you term yourself an adrenaline junkie, so to speak? I think that's what a lot of people see you as.
Yes, I guess so. My friends say, put an engine into anything and give it to me, he'll race it or drive it or fly it or whatever. So I enjoy it. Maybe my DNA is such that I'm able to do it.
So is there another motor vehicle that you would like to set your sights on for the future?
Well, I'm actually just learning how to jetpack.
Okay.
I've done a couple of hours on a jetpack. I think it's probably the most difficult thing to do. I was battered and bruised 2 weeks ago, but I'll get there.
If there's something you would say to define your own personal style in one word or a couple of words, what would you say?
Personal style is a comfort. What makes you comfortable? My style is, I can wear a very expensive suit to work if I need to, like I'm wearing now. I could wear a cotton suit if the occasion demands, and I think that's stylish because that's what that occasion demands. So if you go to the day at the races, you probably wear a linen suit. Now, it's really what the occasion demands and what makes you comfortable. I personally prefer pure wool suits. A lot of people think that wool is something which is warm, but actually wool breathes the best. And for me, all my suits are pure wool. Even living in Bombay with 38 degrees centigrade, I still prefer wearing pure wool suits and pure cotton shirts. Style is what makes you comfortable.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you, and thank you so much for the opportunity to taste life in style with you. And yes, thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Next week, we see what happens when style matures and how it grows with quiet confidence. We meet a designer who's been around for over 2 decades, playing a pivotal role in taking Indian fashion global. things will take a sporty turn, or should we say swing, as we meet a cricketer who set the pitches on fire. He now does the same in the commentary box, a musical act that was one of the pioneers of the Indian independent music scene. The men and women we met today differ in what they create and in their styles, but they're united by a credo. Listen to your inner voice and have the courage to follow it. The result? Creations that are a distillation of their experiences, a unique way of looking at the world, and an intense desire to make it a more stylish place. In short, a person who stands out in the crowd.